Hi people, bonjour, hope you're well. I'm just recording a podcast at the moment. Well, not right now, obviously, because I'm doing YouTube, but a podcast about The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. So I'm recording every chapter with a short commentary at the end. So I really hope you'll listen to it. And I'll put the link below when I've done it. Which is going to be later on. I've done chapter 1, but not chapter 2 yet, so early stages. Anyway, the beginning of this book is really important. The whole thing contains everything you need to achieve your dreams. This is the book for me. It's very clear and it's very deep. So you can read it over and over again and you always get something new from it. I love it. And Neville Goddard starts off with I am and consciousness, which is the same thing. So we have all the power we need inside ourselves to create whatever we want in our world. And it all comes down to the concept we hold of ourselves, how we see ourselves and what we believe of ourselves to be true. So maybe sometimes we think, well, I know how I see myself, so why aren't the things I really want in life manifesting in the outside world? Maybe you think you know your concept of self, but maybe what you really believe about yourself is a bit different. We can say to ourselves over and over again, I am this, I am that, and imagine what we really want. But maybe we're putting out a belief that's going to hinder what we really want to appear in our world. And so how do we know if we are doing this? Well, the only way to know, in my opinion, is to look at our environment. Look at the way people see us. And that is the belief that we're sending out. And a really important thing, I think, to do is just to rebel against the idea of a second cause. Rebel. And what does that mean? Well, if we are reading about Neville Goddard and trying to put it into practice in our everyday life, then we know that what he believed to be true is that there is only one cause to everything in our life, and that is consciousness. Everything comes from consciousness and everything is made of consciousness. And what is consciousness? It's our awareness of being, and it's what we feel within us that never changes. It's in the Bible, it's said to be the I am inside us. The self-definition of God is I am, which is present moment awareness. And if we just close our eyes and just feel that core substance within us that never changes, that is the I am. And you could also say the I am is the imagination. And so anything we can imagine to be true, we can manifest in our world. Manifestation being that whatever we're believing about ourselves to be true continually starts to appear in our sense reality, our everyday reality. But it always starts off in our consciousness. So we need to think about what is the concept we're holding of ourselves. And we can change it if we want to change our world. And what I'm thinking is every time we rebel against some situation in our world that's come up, like, for example, we're blaming somebody for treating us badly or some situation in our world that we didn't want, but it's come up. We have to start to balance out any anger or disappointment we feel by thinking everything comes from us, actually. And it's quite normal in the beginning that we are angry with somebody or thinking this isn't fair and this shouldn't have happened, because we're human beings and we've grown up in the world and we've seen it as us and the rest of the world as separate individuals, because that's what it appears like. That's the appearance world. But that it's just a big mirage, and it's very difficult to really live that every single day. And that's why I think meditation is so helpful, because it really grounds you in your essence of being. If you can just meditate for 10 minutes at the beginning of each day and just ground yourself in present moment awareness and keep bringing yourself back to that every time your mind wanders, then you'll start to do that in day-to-day life. And you'll be able to, gain control of yourself, gain control of your mind every time it starts to blame someone for something happening. And it's normal to do that, but as soon as you can, bring it back to this belief that everything comes from the first cause substance, which is I am, which is consciousness, present moment awareness, the imagination, God. Whatever you call it, everything is coming from that. So you might not have imagined a particular situation in your world, but it's coming from the concept you hold of yourself. So it's changing your concept. So as I was saying before, you've got to look at the situations that arise and think, what is my self-belief really, that I'm attracting these situations, and then really work on changing it. So I'm going to just read a bit about consciousness now. I don't know which part. Okay, yeah, just little bits, but this will be on the podcast so you can listen to it. What appears to you as circumstances, conditions, and even material objects are really only the products of your own consciousness. Nature, then, as a thing or a complex of things external to your mind, must be rejected. You and your environment cannot be regarded as existing separately. You and your world are one. And so then it goes on to say that you need to change your concept of self. And at the end, we have health, wealth, beauty, and genius are not created. They are only manifested by the arrangement of your mind. That is, by your concept of yourself. The importance of this in your daily life should be immediately apparent. So that's interesting to me, that everything is manifested by the arrangement of consciousness, the arrangement of the primal substance. We've all got the same consciousness, but things appear differently due to the arrangement of I am. And how do we arrange it? Through our imagination. So we imagine what we want in the world, and we focus on the feeling it gives us. And we assume it's already done. Because when we imagine it, it's done. We're in it then, we're in that state. And we have to believe that that's so. And if we can believe that, that is what's going to bring it to us. So we have to assume it's already done. In the Bible, in Mark 11, it says, believe that you receive and you shall have it. So it's the belief that brings it to us. So we have to use our imagination, our feeling, and our assumption, our belief that it's already done. And every time we're thinking, if only, it's getting further and further away from us. So that's the irony of it. Even though we can't see it yet, we have to believe that we've already made it appear in our world. And if we can't believe that, unfortunately, we'll never see it. So it's about persistence, it's about determination to keep going no matter what. No matter what obstacles are thrown up against you in the world, you have to see it as coming from your own consciousness. And don't hold grudges against people. Just think, it's something I'm sending out. And also, we don't know how it's going to happen, how it's going to manifest. So keep an open mind that maybe situations you see as being unwanted are actually going to bring what you want to you eventually. I think you've just got to have a really accepting and open mind if you believe this. And there's so many times when I react and think, like the children I teach, just think it's not fair. And that person did that to me and it's not fair. And justifying it in my head, why I'm right and they're wrong. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't act on things. If there's an injustice, you should try and sort it out, and you should try and bring it to the attention of somebody who can help you, but without anger in your heart. That's the important part. And with this openness that you actually don't know yet if this could be bringing your dream to you in some strange way. So I'm not saying don't act to change things. We always have to be trying to make things better for ourselves, but just do it with an open mind, not judging that this situation is right and this one is wrong, because we don't know. And oftentimes when something's come to us, something good, if we trace back how it came to us, there were often unpleasant circumstances around it, and we didn't want that. We were pushing that away, but something positive came out of it in the end. And I think it really helps if you can write down these situations and see when they change for the better. Because it's a good reminder when things aren't going our way that we have to keep an open mind. So to summarize, I think, as the book says, we have to observe what's going on in our world, critically observe it, and write down things that happen to us and how that might be due to our self-concept, what we might be sending out, what beliefs we're sending out about ourselves, which are meaning that these situations are coming back to us. And just really be open about it. And then you can work on thinking about which qualities you need to impress upon your subconscious to change the old concept and create a new self-concept. And just try and keep that, just that loose feeling of openness, rather than getting that tight, blinded mind that just sees ourselves as being right and everybody else as being wrong. We've got to try and keep an open mind. And that's so unusual in this world. Because if you just, for example, if you're at work and you're speaking to people, everybody has got some complaint about everybody else. So most people are seeing the world as being external to themselves. We're trying to do it differently because we believe that everything is created by consciousness and that we have all the power within us to change things. So we have to really, really impress that upon our minds and work on seeing things from this new perspective. And we shouldn't underestimate how much work that's going to take, because it seems quite a simple thing and you can believe it intellectually straight away. But we've had years and years growing up as children when this belief is formed, and just seeing ourselves as being separate. And so to start to see ourselves as actually all being one, it's fine when you're reading a book, but when you're actually out there and somebody seems to be like committing a great injustice against you, that's when the emotions come up, and that's when the meditation really helps. If you can just be aware of how you're feeling and just slow down that reaction time. Just don't react if possible, and respond, and just try and just keep that mind open. I think that's the key to all of it. And I think just give yourself that time every day, if you can, in the morning and the evening, to imagine the kind of person you want to be, how you want to appear to others, and what kind of energy you're giving out and how people are responding to it. And then walk into the person you're seeing and be that person and experience how that feels, and then fall asleep in that feeling. And that's going to help you more than anything else if you can keep doing that. And I have to admit, I forget a lot, especially just before sleep. So I think write something down, stick it up on your bedroom wall, so that you notice just before you fall asleep that you're to imagine your new self, your new concept of self, before you fall asleep. And try and do that for at least 10 days. And that's really great if you can do that. Good luck to you. So I hope you found that helpful. And if you do, please write a comment to me. And if you want me to talk about anything, just let me know in the space below. Please listen to the podcast. And I have my Shopify shop, obviously, if it's on my Shopify. And I've got all my ebooks about Neville Goddard, and I try and simplify his teachings for other people to understand. It's good to listen to the original, obviously, but sometimes we need it broken down and really clear, especially when we don't have much time in everyday life. So have a look at those on Amazon if you can. I have quite a lot of positive reviews, so I'm assuming that most people like them. And I've also put them, as I was saying, on my Shopify. And if you buy one of my books and they're the same price as they are on Amazon, you can get all 10 books by Neville Goddard free. Nobody has bought it yet. Nobody's bought one book yet. So I'm about to take them off Shopify and just focus on Amazon, because I have much more success on Amazon. But I'm just putting it out there now. If you would like, and they're all ebooks, by the way, if you want a free book by Neville Goddard, it's called 10 because it's 10 of his books in one. Just buy one of mine and you get that one free. Okay, enough of the plugs now. So I hope that really helped. If it did, please like. I'm always very thankful for likes, and every time I get a like, I just send out positivity to that person and say thank you so much. Yeah, saying thank you when good things happen to you is really important, and it opens you up. And even saying thank you when it's not such a good situation, and just saying thank you so much, may I learn from this situation. Just living in that essence of gratitude all the time is brilliant. Okay, that's enough from me. Take care, everybody, and look forward to hearing from you. Bye.